Yeah.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the Trio Blood Podcast. I am Christian Creasy,
I'm Lionel Chapman.
Ira Giles.
and today's on podcast today we are going to discuss and review and give our thoughts about the new horror remake, Wolfman. Yes, we all recently just saw the Wolfman. It's now out in theaters. So tell you now, spoiler alert.
Yes.
All right. So Wolfman is a 2025 American horror film directed by Lee Winnell. From a screenplay he co-wrote with Corbett Tuck. Yeah, Corbett Tuck. So this is a reboot of the franchise, and it stars Christopher Albert, Julia Gardner, and Sam Jeter.
Yes.
The plot follows a family man seeking to protect his wife and daughter from a werewolf, only to become infected, slowly transform into the creature. This film is produced by Jason Blum, as we know, Blumhouse Productions. This movie just came out January 17th, right?
Yep.
And it has a budget of $25 million, and it's currently sitting at $27.8 million at the box office.
Boom.
Yeah. So, those who don't know Liam Winnell, he's also one of the co-creators, along with James Wan, with Saw. His credits include the Saw franchise, Insidious, Dead Silence. So. Yes, this is an interesting film. This film was announced in mid-2014. And it was,
a long time.
it was part of the Universal Dark Universe.
Yeah.
And it shared a cinematic universe. So, Universe Dark Universe, we all know.
Yeah.
Dracula, Frankenstein, Creature of the Black Lagoon, The Mummy, The Invisible Man, whatnot.
Yeah.
But it didn't come to pass. They couldn't get a franchise going after the failed success of The Mummy.
Yeah. Horrible.
And the failed success of Dracula, too.
Yeah.
It was also horrible.
Yes.
Shit was hard.
I guess from that failed attempt of The Mummy, Universal stepped back, and then with the success of 2020's The Invisible Man, they was like, okay, let's get us a try.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, in the announcement of Wolfman, this film actually went through a lot of hell, as they call it, development station.
Mm-hmm.
First, they accepted a pitch by Ryan Gosling, who also wanted to star in it,
Okay.
and that didn't fall through. Also, how you pronounce this director's name? Who was going to direct it with Ryan? Derek
Cinephance?
I'm sorry for butchering your name. Forgive us if we pronounce it wrong. However, Cinephance left the project in 2023, and Gosling dropped out of the role. Remained as a executive producer, while Winnell took over as a director with a new cast. So, principal photography took place in New Zealand. Oh,
Yeah. So let me ask you guys a question. What do you guys think about the beginning of the film? How the characters are introduced?
I thought they was introduced in a good way because it set the tone. How the characters were, who they made to be, when they grew up.
Okay.
I agree. Yeah.
Especially the son.
Especially the son. Because his dad was a hard-nosed, on the nose, like military type.
Yep.
And you can tell he made that promise to himself that I won't be like my dad.
Yeah.
And that goes like after the whole thing in the woods with the dad and the son. They go to, I think that's New York, and you can see he has like a playful relationship with his daughter. Mm-hmm. But you can also see that his dad did rub off on him, but he tries to control that part of him.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely plays a part.
Yeah, which leads me to this that I wrote. So, because I noticed those behaviors too. And the question is, why do you think and this relates to real life. Why do behaviors of our parents or the way we was upbringing sometimes transfer to us? Because once the daughter in the film didn't listen,
Yeah.
then he got pissed.
He did.
You had to catch yourself.
And
Yeah.
he got pissed just like his father. And we saw in the beginning of the film, like, hey, you don't you got to pay attention. I'm trying to teach you when they was going hunting.
I think we act like that is because we think that's the right thing to do. I'm thinking this character may have went and got some therapy or something, or some type of help, because you just hear the dad, like at the beginning of the movie, screaming from downstairs. The kid jumps up out of the bed, gathers himself, makes the bed, and he's off to to be downstairs or whatever. I think again, I think we adopt these ideas from previous generations because that's all we know, and that's what we think is right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
To piggyback off of you, I think there's no secret ingredient to being the best parent you can be. Mm-hmm. You could you deal with the cards that you're given. What you see, the past, your parents, your grandparents, and you try to put those values into your kids. Back to the father and the son relationship in this film, I think the father was dealing with his issues personally, just as the son later on in the film with the daughter, with his patience, working on his patience and trying to be a father,
Yeah. Because, notice there was no mother.
Yeah.
No,
No,
absent
it
of the
wasn't.
mother. Because the mother probably died, and that probably had a bearing on both of them.
Yeah.
Because he don't have that nurturing side. Not to say that fathers don't nurture, but there's something about a mother's love
It's different.
It's
It's
different. So let me ask you all this to piggyback with the original. Did any of some of your parents' stuff rubbed off on you guys? Like did they habits or the way they behave or they discipline rubbed off on you guys today? I know I got a little something from all of my uncles because I didn't knew my father. He died before I was born. But I did have some of my uncles rubbed off on me. They habits or the way they discipline.
Yeah.
I know I definitely picked up some of my Uncle Alan's aggression when it came to really getting rage
Yeah.
Yeah.
or really getting that. I definitely got that from him.
I picked up a little something from my mom and my father. It's like 1 minute they could be cool, the next minute, you mess up, here come the aggression.
Right.
But very loving. Both of my parents are very loving. Yeah, and they don't take no mess.
Yeah.
So
And I definitely pick up a lot of stuff from my grandmother. So like her gentle side as well, and the way she approached things, especially like she raised 12 plus me, so 13. Like the way she had me and she had all my mom and my aunts and my uncles, how she had them sitting at the table reading
yes.
out loud while she do the dishes. And they don't come across a word, they have a hard time pronouncing it. She'll pronounce it for 'em. Big word too. And this coming from a woman who has a 8th grade education, growing up and doing the Jim Crow era in 30s, 40s. She was born in 26. So yeah, so I think that's what plays off what we saw in the film. Like his father, shit did grow up. Sometimes we do end up being like older
Like our
parent.
parents.
Our parents, because like you said, just how this is the way I was taught, so I'm gonna transfer that.
Yeah. But like I said, you can see this character may have gotten some type of professional help.
Yeah,
He's just more gentle. It's just different from what his father was.
right.
And
Yeah, I can see it. The mom being a workaholic, because she come in, she on the call.
And he's just like, get off the phone.
He doesn't have her full attention.
Yep.
He's like, can you go in the other room?
Keep going in the room. Yeah,
Spend time with my daughters.
right. Can you go in the room and handle that?
and that's just another example of how different he was from his father. if his father was put in that position, I think his father would have just crashed out right then and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Screaming, yelling,
Yeah.
right in front of the kid. And so, for him to be as calm as he was when she was, doing her beeline in the kitchen or whatever, it shows some growth. Yeah. It shows some growth.
So let me ask you guys, what do you think about the mysterious character Derek? Where he was standing there when they first.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man, I thought he was creepy. Yeah, I thought he was creepy. Spoiler alert! So before they arrive, a creature drives them off the road. Before that happens, because he met Derek, it was like his childhood friend, because they all grew up in that town.
Right.
I thought he was a little creepy, but then again, it's like, well, you are from this farm rural area, so I can see. Yeah. Like, I got the feeling like this town was like enclosed. Excluded from the rest of the world, even though they cap up with some times, but you can tell like standoffish.
And this takes place in Oregon.
Yeah. So just to kind of bring you up to speed, the main character winds up having to go back to Oregon after staying in New York for X amount of years. He convinces his wife, who they're kind of, you get the feeling that there are some type of marital problems, and so he convinces his wife to take some time off and come back to Oregon with him to kind of wrap up everything since his dad has gone missing. Mm-hmm. And so once they arrive back, he reconnects with Derek, who is his best friend from years ago when he was a little kid. You know what I mean? Yep. But when we meet Derek, it's just kind of, it's very different.
It is.
It's like, I guess I can say somebody from the city meeting someone from like a southern small town. You can see the difference in between the two people and characters.
Because he didn't recognize him at first.
Right,
then he was
right.
like, oh, yeah. Yeah, now I remember you.
Standing in the dark.
Yeah.
but we know why he was standing in the dark.
He was in that the hunters lookout plot. Well, the hunters shit.
The hunters,
they was looking for that damn creature.
The hunters lookout play a very important part in this film.
Yeah.
You constantly see this.
And you know what? One of the things I do notice is that just like any other movie they played in this one too, it's like the dark secret. I wrote it down. It's like the dark secrets of town folks or what's swept under the rug.
Yeah.
Similar to like any other story, like Nightmare on Elm Street, the whole little town of Springwood. Mm-hmm. Parents knew what they did. They fucked up. Yeah. But they didn't want to tell their kids. Yeah. The kids. And same with this town. Like everybody knew there was a werewolf. Yeah. And you see the dad. When he first saw it in the beginning, like I saw he tried to attack my son, whatnot. Yeah. And the guy on the radio was like, "Hey, just leave."
Well, actually, that was Derek's dad.
The Derek's dad
on the CB radio.
Yeah, he was like, "Leave it home, bro." Right. Like,
Yeah.
You can tell, like, from when I seen Derek, it's like they didn't want to talk about it.
Right.
And it seemed like that feel from that rural area, like, they know what's going on, but they don't want to.
I like how they interpreted like it as a virus.
Yeah.
Like in these parts.
That was different. That was different. It was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to, everybody saying, oh, man, it's a wolf man, blah, blah. But just saying it's like a virus that, kind of turns your personality and kind of transfers you just a little bit was a twist to the Wolfman genre, the Wolfman movies that we see. So I like that.
But I like how they had the audience tricked as if they was out there hunting for deers.
Yep.
In reality, he was out there
hunting for the creature.
And then when he first encountered, you think it's Bigfoot. It looked like Bigfoot.
Yeah. At first. Yeah. But he did. And I think they drew from the Native American folklore about their version of werewolves too, the skin changers.
Okay.
Because when I was doing my research on folklore and for my werewolf TV series coming. Yes, yes, yes. I'm making one. I drew from that, and they had their own version of werewolves and folklore about, creatures, beasts in the night and stuff like that. So, so I think that's what they drew, because you see at the top of the beginning of the movie, you see the Native Americans call them a certain name,
Yes.
and that's what happened. If you look at the series Penny Dreadful, which I'm rewatching, Ethan Chandler, I don't want to give it away, but he plays the guy from the other horror movie with M. Night Shyamalan when he was in the concert.
Yeah.
He's a werewolf, and one of the Native Americans during a time when all that white European was taking over their land in 1800s and all that stuff. Pretty much he ended up.
Josh Hartnett.
Yeah, Josh Hartnett played Ethan Chandler because he was on the run from his dad because what he did, because he was ordered, because he killed the Senate's son who was in the military. They slaughtered innocent Apaches, and he got so bad, so guilt about it, he went to the last Apache stronghold when he explained, and he was begging for mercy, but they put a curse on him to make him suffer, and he became the wolf, their wolf man.
So let me ask you guys a question. Did you enjoy the point of view of the wolf? His point of view.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was interesting, too. The way how they transfer, how they see.
Like a neon.
Yeah.
Look.
How they I like it because it's like I'm starting to not recognize you anymore, and I'm starting to respond as like a beast or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I like the effects when the daughter or the wife is trying to ask him,
Yeah.
"You okay?" And you see the neon, and he's like, the voice is like echoing and zeroing out. That was dope.
Yeah.
It adds more to the character of the actual Wolfman. We find out more, I believe, than we've ever in the past from any Wolfman.
Yeah.
From Silver Bullet, American Werewolf in London. We just find more about the actual character. We dive deeper into the character of what they could possibly be going through, which I love that twist as well.
Similar to Wolf or Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson.
Back to patience. It seemed like he had more patience as a wolf than
Yeah,
as
for
real.
Did
Obviously
he?
did.
Well, he was a dad. Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a couple encounters where he ran up on her.
Yeah.
And I think when he finally fully transferred form, and when spoiler alert again, when the lights went out and she was searching, he was hiding. It was the way that shit was creepy. I'm like, dang, he's right behind his door.
Right.
Kneel down. I think, to be honest, I think they could have got him. They could have got him because mom reacted too fast.
My thing was he trying to kill them?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Not at that point.
I still think, but even there was other times where he had a chance to get mom and a daughter.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't seem like that's what he wanted to do.
It was just this strong bond between
Right.
father and daughter.
And daughter.
Right.
Because even when he was transformation, he was still able to hear what his daughter was saying. It was crazy, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And even when they was in the shed, she couldn't see, but he saw her. He was right there looking at her until the moon hits and they saw him. He wasn't attacking them. He
No,
could have,
not
like
at
you
all.
said, he could have been
Yes.
He wasn't. He
ended
wasn't
right there.
He wasn't as aggressive as his father was.
No.
No.
His father was aggressive.
aggressive. That was a cool twist. I didn't know that was his father.
Yeah.
And when he looked down, when he saw the tattoo of his father, I was like, oh, she's nuts.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's his dad.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And he was saying, if he had a chance to, see his dad again, he would do this, he would do that, maybe, and
Didn't happen.
Yeah.
Nah, it didn't happen. So, but yeah, man, it was a good take. See, this is I believe Wolfman is one of the proper ways to do a reboot.
I agree.
A reboot. Like this is a true textbook definition of a reboot. It's not recycling old scenes or old iconic scenes from other films and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, we saw that scene before, it's iconic, but why you don't need to show it like we don't need to show another person being pulled inside of a bed and blood going out. We don't need to see another man in a ski mask grabbing somebody out of a sack and just throwing them against the wall no more. We seen that before
so many times.
It's so many times. It's iconic, you know. Yeah. So I like when you talking about reboot or redo.
Was there something in the film that you didn't like?
I didn't.
Yeah, like a character or
the mom.
I would say she was miscast. She looked too young.
Yeah,
the mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That would be my only thing. And I'm surprised that it's only made $28 million off of a budget of 27. Maybe people went into it thinking that it was going to be that super aggressive killer, blood splattering vampire, Wolfman.
I don't know. Let's look currently now. It may make more since then.
You think it's got something to do with the marketing?
It could be that too. I mean,
timing that it came out as well.
It could be a number of things, but let's see what he says. But overall, I think if you take away the horror elements of this film, you still have a good picture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So currently, the film hits the credits at 91% certification, fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's at a gross of $145 million at the global box office against. Okay,
that's better.
Yeah.
Let's see another site.
But back to what you're saying, as far as like without the horror elements.
Yeah, you have your dramatic elements. You see the mother and father on the rocks. You see how great the father-daughter relationship is as the movie progresses. You see it transform from father-daughter to mother-daughter, who didn't have a great relationship in the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the daughter was still giving leeway.
Yeah.
She was
like, he ready to come home, Mom.
Yeah.
Or something like that. He's done, you know.
Yeah.
So he stepped up
big time. I think the acting was pretty good in this film as well. Everybody was believable for the most part, but again, like I said, I just think Mom was miscast.
Yeah,
I think so too, and I think the way, because whoever the actress is,
she's a great actress.
She's a great actress. What's her name? Can we pull it up? What's her name?
I just kept thinking about Ozark.
Yeah.
I just think I think for me, she's a little impatient. That's what caused the whole ruckus near the end. It's like, well, he ain't fully, he ain't attacking y'all right now. If he wanted to get you, he would have got you. Even in the house, he would have, if he was really like tactical werewolf, he would have just mouth closed the daughter and she would have disappeared in the shadows without a trace.
But I like how she went into her motherly instinct.
Yeah, I know. She went to her motherly instinct.
Butcher knife.
Yeah.
Had her daughter behind her, like,
get
the hell back.
Right. Well, I like that part, but I just think it was that moment right there, a little bit too impatient.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really wanted to like take precaution, I would just like any predator or any like, don't give an impression that you're going to attack.
Yeah. Like
come up to a submissive, like, you know, it's like in self-defense. Come at a non-threatening manner. Let your attacker thinks he or she got the upper hand, and then you attack. That's what she should have did. If she would have, if in the slightest like gesture that he was going to get aggressive, she would have attacked in, because you know you're an animal now. Yeah. And animals, you know, animals.
But like you said, that's taking her from the city going into the forest.
Right.
Taking her out of the element.
Right.
You know.
Now it would have been different. Would have been interesting if her character was like experienced with working with predators and animals. She would have probably took the approach quite different, wouldn't she?
She would have.
She would have took the approach different because animal behavior. Because the minute he would have started growling, because the growling, any animals that cats or dogs or wolves or whatever, those predators once they growl, it's a warning.
You see how fast he got in that barn?
Oh yeah, that motherfucker went under and
I
shit.
was like, damn, look at that fast.
He did.
Yeah, but I did like the foreshadow.
Yeah.
How they opened it up when the father and son went hunting. They saw that beautiful view in the the movie. It was the mother and the daughter looking at the view.
Yeah.
Because he mentioned it like, you should see this. We're gonna watch this amazing view.
I was thinking that he was going to come behind her.
Yeah.
Was that to say that there were more out there? It kind of leaves you with that open-ended question.
It does.
Because they don't have a car. All they have to do was that shotgun and just this big open land to try to get back to civilization.
What other film do they remind you of? That same ending.
You got me on that one.
Let me know when you're ready.
The Descendant.
The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You know, he had the baby with the dog.
Yeah.
Just in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And plus,
What's the
also
shotgun?
the original Wolfman, when at the beginning of the movie, when the son saw him the first time, and the father and son was encountering him the first time, who's to say that he's ain't alive?
true.
Because obviously the father went out there by himself hunting for him still, got bitten by him, and he
Right.
turned.
And he turned.
Yeah.
Yep. So that is the question of who turned the father.
He's out there.
He could be still out there. Because we know animals, especially male or female, they territorial. So now it's a battle of territory, too. But who knows? He may still be out there.
What movie is this from? Stay in the Light.
Darkness that fall. The darkness fall.
Fellas, American Werewolf in London.
Oh yeah.
Stay in the light.
Oh yeah, stay in the light. Yeah. Get on the main. Stay on the main road. Did y'all hear that? We didn't hear nothing.
But overall, this was a great film, though.
This was a great film. I really enjoyed it. I may get it on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Normally, I don't get stuff that I seen that's a C- on Blu-ray, unless I'm just adding it to the franchise collection, like Halloween Ends, Halloween Season of the Witch. I watched, especially Season of the Witch. I watched that shit one time, and it stayed in the collection, never to be opened again.
Yeah.
Never to be opened again. But yes, go check out Wolfman.